Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we have had a request from the community, like we did last month. We put out a poll and we had a suggestion, and I think we have a person on here, Alex. He suggested this month's theme, which was how do we blank off fields, or how do we null fields that are on a form. But this was a complete thing that I've never thought about before, and I thought, hey, let's just give it a go. How hard can it be? You know, we'll hit a bunch of stuff in here, and we'll try and blank it, and we'll find the errors, and we'll dig down into them, and then it's all collaborative. So if you know the answer, shout out, and we'll just go through it, and we'll build this thing in an awesome way. So earlier today, because I'm very prepared for these things, I created a new entity in Dynamics. I went through and I put every single type of field that I could think of on a form.
Including the penguin?
There's a giant penguin. There's a funny story about the penguin, but I'll come to that. So yeah, I basically put every type of field on. We've got text field, auto number field, currency field, customer field, blah, blah, blah. There's a file field. So that'll be fun to play with. Floating point number. There's an image field, which is a giant penguin, and it's automatically put it as the primary image as well, even though I didn't select that. So that's interesting. Nice. We have a language field. Some of these fields I've never put on a form before and didn't know how they would appear. So we have a language field, which only has one language. A lookup field, a multi-select option set, which you may be familiar with from last time. A multi-line text, which I obviously didn't format very well because it's all stripped up. But it is Jeff Goldblum Ipsum. So there's a little bit of Jeff Goldblum in here. We have an option set, a phone number, text area, ticker symbol, which I've never used before. A time zone, which again is one I've never used. A to option, a URL, and a whole number. So instantly, I'm thinking we're going to have a problem with a few of these fields. I think for the most part, they'll be fine to blank off. But I think for some of them, we're going to have a problem. Things like language, for instance, it may, because there's only one option there, it may not allow us to blank it. Two options as well. We may have an issue blanking that because it's either yes or no, and the only time it blank is when it was created after the field was created. So we'll see what happens.
1 hour later.
So there we have it. You can null off nearly every single field on a form, sort of, in various ways. So majority of things we can kind of do with nulls across the board. The exceptions being the lookups, having to use the unrelates there. For everything else, we've got unrelate. There is a delete file action, which I didn't know about, but it's good that Microsoft can include that because we have use cases just like this where we need to get rid of files. So we have unrelated actions, and we overrode the penguin. It lasted till the very end, and it got rid of it in two places. It got rid of it from the primary image and the image. I hope that was useful for everyone.